Okay. All right. Is this working now? It's hard to know. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another English class here. I think it was not working for a minute, but I think it's working now. So if you have a reservation for this class and you want to join, you can do that now. If you don't have a reservation, you can just wait a minute and then you'll see the join class button up there, and then you can join the class. We're going to be just speaking English today. We have a bunch of questions here on this document that I put up in the Verbling chat box there, and we're going to be working through those questions. So if you want to practice your English, you can go ahead and join the class now. I'm going to check and make sure that it's working because it was kind of wasn't working, but yep, I think it's here. So you should be able to see it now on the regular Verbling page, so people can join now. Okay, hold on. Sorry for the couple of minute delay there. Something was happening with my browser. It wasn't quite working. So if you are a member of Verbling.com, then you can join now. If you're not a Verbling member yet, but you want to take classes and participate, then you just need to join Verbling. There are a couple of things that you can do. You can go to the Verbling website and you can do a 7-day trial first if you're not sure whether or not you're going to use it very much. If you can also buy 10, like a 10 pack. So you can take 10 classes, and I think that's $19. So it's less than $2 per class, so less than $2 an hour. That's a pretty good rate. Or if you're wanting to participate and join the classes, then you can buy buying a membership for $45, and that's for the whole month, and that allows you to take as many classes as you would like. So you can take classes pretty much all day, every day. We have teachers teaching classes every hour. Sometimes we have 1, 2, or 3 classes going at the same time, and so you get a lot of choice. So in this hour, for example, we have a speaking class. So we had some reservations. If you're a Verbling member, you can make a reservation, but you don't always need one. It's a good idea if you think you're going to show up and you want to make sure that there's room in the classroom, because sometimes we do have full classes, but you don't have to make a reservation. Actually, you can just come to the Verbling website, and when you see the classes, you can just click on the class and it opens up, and then join the class so that you can come into here. Hi, Yuki.
Oh, why there is no student?
I don't know. You know, I was opening up the Google Hangouts here, and it closed on me a couple of times. So
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe there's some trouble
gradually.
with the Google Hangouts and the Verbling application or something. I don't know. So it's okay if it's just me and you. Hi, Yuki.
Culinary shock continues. Culinary shock continues.
Well, you know, in the last class, I think
I'm hungry.
you're hungry. Yeah. What time is it there? Nine?
Yes, it's just time of evening. It's dinner. 9 o'clock. It's 7 minutes past 9.
Right.
In the evening here.
Is that when you usually eat dinner?
Yes, in this time, yes. Today I a little late, but maybe after the class I'll have a dinner.
Something to eat. Okay. Well, I didn't realize that. Hi, Andre. How are you?
Hello, Lisa. I'm fine, and you?
Good. Andre, Yuki was just telling me that he eats dinner around 9 o'clock. Is that when you eat dinner too?
Yeah, usually about maybe 8, 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Andre,
I didn't know that.
have you tasted before black caviar?
Of course.
I'm sorry, it's a theme of previous class.
Yeah, in the last class we were talking about some of the most expensive foods in the world, and of course caviar black caviar was
options.
really expensive. Yeah. When do you eat caviar in Russia? Because here it's more like a holiday thing, like a
It's a
holiday
very
celebration.
special occasion.
Yeah.
Maybe when they have a party, maybe wedding party.
Yeah.
Even in wedding
Andre,
parties,
is that when you had black
it's
caviar?
rare. It's rare to serve
Special occasion, maybe a wedding or something, or
maybe. But I think only very rich people
yeah.
can have a caviar now.
Oh.
Actually, I don't remember the last time when I tried it. I usually eat red caviar on
Yes,
some.
red caviar is not so expensive as
not expensive.
black one.
Red caviar. How do you eat that? Like
usually with bread, butter, and the caviar. It's kind of
okay.
butter and bread. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had it like that too. That's good. But that's not from salmon, right? The red, it's from lumpfish or something like that?
I'm not sure. I think there are many types of.
Many types. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Michael. Are you in?
Hey, Lisa. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Doing great. Is there a problem with the Hangouts? Because I received like messages that some problems.
Yes, I think there might be some happening because when I tried to start the class, it took a long time for it wouldn't start, and then I had to refresh my page, and then it kicked me out, and then I refreshed again, and yeah, so I don't know what it is, but apparently some people are having trouble with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's okay now. So.
Yeah, I was thinking that that is on my side a problem.
No, I think it must be something related to Google Hangouts. Maybe sometimes it's Google Hangouts working with the Verbling application for the chat, for example. But I don't know. I don't. What?
Google company is working hard to.
They're working hard.
For us, like the best service, I believe. That's why, like.
Yeah, I think they're working hard, but it's a lot to do. A lot of people accessing Google Hangouts. A lot. Okay, guys. Well, welcome to the class. We're going to be just talking in this class and giving you guys time to do that so you can practice using words you've been learning and expressions and just talk about a lot of different things. So let's just get started. And if some other people join us, that's okay. Of course, here on Verbling, you can join at any time, and it doesn't matter if you join in, after 20 minutes or something. It's totally okay. All right. So the first question is, what is one thing that you'd like to change about your personality, and why? Why would you like to change that? So, Andre, why don't we start with you? Can you think of something that you'd like to change?
Yes, I guess. The one thing that I like to change is to be more proactive in life. Because sometimes I miss some opportunities, and for example, in this moment in life, we have sometimes we have great opportunities to do something, and I try to think about it, and I miss it very often.
So you've noticed that that's happened to you?
Yeah.
Couple
so
times.
I like to be more kind of, maybe it's I don't want to just act without thinking, but to be more robust. I'm not sure.
Yeah, robust, or maybe well, in one of our other classes, I think this week we talked about whether or not people were risk takers or not. So maybe you want to be a little bit more open to try new things or taking some risks or taking advantage of some opportunities you have. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Michael, what about you? Anything you'd like to change?
Well, not really, but I think that I'm a little bit indecisive. So basically, I can think about something some time, like I cannot decide. For example, if I go to buy a thing, it could be an expensive thing, but I could check all the options. What I mean that all the competitors, yeah.
Right. Yeah. All the different options that you have. Yeah.
Options. And after that, I make my decision. Yeah, and that takes some time, and I don't know. I would, but I can skip that thing to check competition. So basically, yeah, I'm undecisive a little bit. I can like think about something, and I cannot decide like should I do that, should I do this.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's like a person could help me, like you should do that, and I do that.
When you finally make a decision, are you happy with your decision, or do you sometimes think, oh, I should have got that other thing? Anyways.
No. I'm happy, definitely happy with the decision. It's about like reasoning. Like I'm thinking too much about what could bring me that opportunity or that opportunity. So I can, because of that, I can. But when I make my decision, I think I don't have like any regrets because I really analyzed that. So basically, I made my decision on some based on something. So basically, it's not a decision just without thinking, but so it couldn't be a bad decision. It's the best decision that I made like at some point in my life. So.
So maybe make the decision a little bit quicker.
But not thinking too much.
Overthinking something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We call that like when we say weighing all your options.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so sometimes that can take a long time, and you get confused, and I'm
getting confused. I forget where I started and where I'm now, and what do I want from that decision. That's the point that I.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What about you, Yuki? Have anything you'd like to change?
I'm not good at deal with my stress. That's problem. I don't feel quite at ease among strangers. I'm always feel nervous, especially when I join the class, bubbling class.
Yeah.
My mind went blank sometimes because of extreme nervousness. I can hardly find the words to tell English because of because of nerves. So, so it's challenging for me.
Yeah.
People say that I'm quite relaxing every time, but it is not true. I'm very weak and nervous always. That's what I want to change.
To be less nervous.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you don't seem too nervous.
Yeah, really?
No, because usually a person who's more nervous won't even speak up. But in class you don't seem to be afraid to talk. So.
Yeah, really?
Really? Yeah?
It's not true.
It's my experience.
I'm always struggling from my nervousness.
Well, I was just reading about that, and there was an actor named Henry Fonda, and apparently he always threw up before he went out on stage. But he knew he was nervous, and he knew it was really, he was very nervous, but he knew that once he got out there, he would be okay. But before he got out on stage, he would always vomit. He would have to go to the bathroom. He was so nervous, he would throw up. Yeah.
How he feels, yes.
Yeah.
Often nervousness make me feel vomit.
Nauseous.
So,
Make you feel nauseous. Yeah.
or go to toilet. Yes.
All right. Okay, here's kind of a simpler question. Andre, what's your favorite month of the year and why?
Favorite month? Maybe it's May. I guess it's not a cold. It's
Yeah.
not cold weather, but it's starting to be warm months, I can say, in Russia. So I
Yes.
think I like it the most.
Is May a time where when is the time that people in Russia usually take a vacation? Is there a certain month?
Take a vacation. I guess people in Russia take a vacation all the year. You can say. But usually, of course, it's summertime, and it's from June, maybe from May to August or September. September is maybe last.
Does it rain much in May?
In May, it depends. Maybe sometimes it is raining, but usually, for example, on maybe first days of May, it is warm weather, and we have some holidays there, so good time to spend with family, and maybe that's why it is a favorite month for me.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a saying in English, April showers bring May flowers. So May is also a really good month in a lot of places in the United States. So it's a nice, not cold, not too hot, sunny, but not too hot. It's pleasant. The flowers are blooming, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty. Michael, what about you?
Well, I like all the months of the year.
Yeah.
But my favorite one could be summertime because it's warm and it's sunny and you enjoy the sun. If you don't want to enjoy the sun, you just go in the shadow. In shadow, yeah?
In the shade. Go in the shade.
Oh, yeah. Shadow is another thing. So in shade, you go in shade and it's warm, and when it's warm, it's I like that feeling because some people say that it's too warm, for example, in summertime, and you get what do you get?
You get hot. You get sunburn. You get.
But
you get tired.
I bought some clothes, like they are kind of good clothes, summer clothes, and they're with good ventilation system, so kind of sport clothes like Nike, like these kind of things.
Yeah, sure. So, Michael, you said you're in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Chicago?
All my life.
All your life?
Yep.
And is it really hot in Chicago in the summer?
Nope.
Oh, not hot. Probably isn't Chicago really tough like in the winter? Like January, February, something like that?
No, it's snow.
Just
yep.
Snow and windy. Isn't Chicago pretty windy?
Yep. Windy city, but it's not like very cold.
Yeah. Okay. I've only been there once, but I didn't get to see too much because I was in the hotel for a workshop there. But yeah.
Okay.
Chicago. All right. Victor. Hi, Victor.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good as well.
Okay. Let's see. We're on number 2. What is your favorite month of the year, and why?
I don't know. I like all months in year. I don't know. And I don't.
High five, Victor.
Sorry, Michael.
High five, Victor.
High five.
High five.
Your high five.
Yeah.
I'm liking all the months.
I don't separate year on seasons. I like all seasons.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't matter which seasons right now. I just change my clothes in summer. Sure. Few clothes in winter. I put on more. I don't like not don't like I it doesn't matter for me event like New Year celebration and my birthday. Time just going. It doesn't matter what seasons right now and what months.
You're
But
adaptable.
yes, maybe I more prefer warm months. Summer, June, August, January. Oh yes, so maybe I've
Well, how much snow do you get where you live in the Ukraine? Do you get much snow in the winter?
Sometimes there are much snow, sometimes not. Last year it were a lot of snow. Was a lot of snow, but year before last winter it was winter almost without snow.
Wow. Okay, so it's changing, but so it's not too extreme the cold where you live.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yuki, what about you? What's your favorite month? Maybe you have a different favorite month depending on where you're living.
It's a season. My favorite season. Before I loved the ocean. Ocean. Sorry. Fall. It's Russian. Autumn. So October is my favorite season because we can eat a lot of delicious food in Japan.
Yeah.
Including mattake mushroom. It is autumn is a season of mushroom, and they are very you can taste very a lot of tasty food. It's a culinary paradise.
Yeah. We know you're hungry now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Also, then color of leaves. The leaves turn in autumn. It turn into red or yellow. It's very beautiful. It's especially color of maple is very beautiful. You can in autumn you can go to hot spring spot there and taking a bath.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy the color of beautiful color of autumn color of leaves. It's a very gorgeous and fabulous.
Yeah.
But now I don't like very much autumn here in Russia. Many people think Japanese think autumn is one of the best season, but I think many Russians don't think so. Because autumn they feel autumn is they think autumn is a third season. It's the end of summer. It makes them depressed. So, famous Russian poet Alexander Pushkin write Uniraya para Acheachiravane Munipuriatuna Tvaya Prasharna Kurasa. In English, it's a third season. It makes me sad, but I feel present. You are beautiful. You are welfare beauty. So autumn is end of summer, good season, and it make them a little sad.
What about you? Does it make you sad?
Yes, I also now feel sad, depressed. Yes, in reality, it's cold now.
Yeah.
Yes. It's already temperature below zero, so I don't like now
Below zero. Yeah.
this season.
UK. I like.
Please comment.
I like how you mixed Russian and English.
Reciting Russian poetry for us.
He's my favorite writer,
Nice.
poet. Yes.
Yeah.
No,
I
But
can.
it's difficult to translate into English. It is another sense. There is some.
Okay, have you read Leo Tolstoy?
Tolstoy, I rarely read, but I have read some of his very great novels. But it's very long and it's very tired.
That's why I ask you.
Yeah? Do you like Tolstoy? To read
No, I guess
No?
no.
I prefer to read Chekhov than Tolstoy.
Yeah.
Chekhov?
Chekhov.
Yeah.
It's short and
Short.
it's pretty. Short and it's pretty.
Okay.
A little sad, but
We say short and sweet. Oh, we lost Ken.
sweet. Yes, sweet. It's that.
Maybe Ken might come back. I don't know if he's having trouble with the Google Hangouts. There he comes back. Hi, Ken. Ken, are you there? Might be loading, so it's okay. All right, so why don't we go to number 3? And Ken, when you
Yes,
can
hello.
speak. Oh, good. Yay. Hi.
Yeah, now it's very slow to upload the Google.
Yeah, it's kind of slow today. Yeah.
I changed the computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can join the class now.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite month of the year? Do you have one? Or a favorite time?
Yes, I like May and October. It was the best season here.
Yeah?
Air is dry, clear sky,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I love these seasons.
Yeah.
This month.
So have you had a good month this month then? October?
Yes, this October, sunny, relatively sunny. Some typhoon came, but not direct hit to this area, so no damage here, and a lot of clear, comfortable days, and temperature is just comfortable, not so low and not so high.
Is it raining at all? Has it been raining?
When the typhoon approaching, it was rainy, but except that usually kind of clear or sunny weather in October here.
Okay. Nice. What's the weather now going to be like? Is it going to get wetter or what happens
Probably
next in November?
this weekend is gonna be rainy.
Oh, okay.
It's a consecutive holiday, 3 consecutive holidays.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be rainy. But my base, the kind of like America, kind of Japanese series of baseball was taking place.
Oh,
And
okay.
my city's franchise team won.
Oh, wow.
So I was watching television a lot.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the World Series, but I'm originally from California, so all my family and stuff, they were all watching
Yeah.
and rooting for the Giants, and the Giants won
Yeah.
last night, so they're very happy.
Yeah, Giants won. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
And my team called Hawks won tonight
Oh,
in Japan.
wow.
Yeah.
Cool. And that's the World Series? Like,
Yeah, like World Series in Japan. Yeah, it's called Japan Series.
yeah, that makes more
Final
sense.
tournament.
That makes more sense. 'Cause The Americans, they think they're the best, so they have the World Series, but it's just Americans. So it's kind of weird. All right. Okay, let's go to number 3. Some people like to talk about things, and some people like to do things. We call those people the get her done kind of people. They say that, let's get things done, let's get her done. What kind of person are you, Andre? What do you think?
I am the person who think things. Think about things. Speaking seriously, I guess I'm not that extreme that I'm always talking about it, and not the person who always do that I think what I need to do. Maybe I am somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
So maybe I want to be more of the person who more doing things than talking about it.
When you were growing up, like with your parents, did you have one parent who was more the person who got things done, and one who was more like talking about it, thinking about it, or?
I don't know.
No.
It's hard to say because I think they are both kind of in the middle as well. Maybe I grew up like that because of my how do you call they raised me like that, or I'm not sure.
They raised you like that. Yeah. It's just interesting to see how people we say turn out. So you grow up and you live with your parents, and they have their personalities, and then sometimes you're like them, and sometimes you're like not like them at all. So yeah, sometimes in a relationship, somebody's got to do something. So so sometimes one takes kind of charge, I guess. But yeah. Okay, what about you, Michael? What do you think you're like? More of a talker or more of a get things done person?
To talk with who?
Like, you like to talk about it with somebody, like, instead of actually maybe fixing something at home, you just keep talking about it, like, oh yeah, I gotta fix that thing, I think I'm gonna go to the store and buy this, and you plan it and you think about it, and then another person is like, come on, let's just go, let's do it. You know?
Okay. No, I think if I see that something should be done, I do that without much talking about that. So I just do that. Okay, I'm discussing with someone. Maybe if I don't know how to do that, I'm asking questions. I love to ask questions. That's my part of personality.
Okay.
And I like to ask why and WH questions if I don't understand something. And some people are irritated with that, like they don't like. And when I do, I just do. I don't talk about. So when I know what should I do, how should I do, and in what way will turn out, and things like that, I just do it. I'm not talking.
Okay. Yeah, because there's some people like to, like I was giving the example, talk a lot about it. So for example, if you own a house, and maybe you really want to do something like paint the room, and every time you go into the room you're like, oh, I really need to paint this room, and you think about it and you tell people about it, but you actually, years and years go by and you don't do it. And another person just says, I want to paint this room, and they go and they buy the paint and they paint the room. So that's kind of like a difference, yeah.
The thing is, I think that people who are talking about something and they don't do that thing, they are not really interested in that thing, I think.
Probably not,
it's just a way to, I don't know, it's just a part of their personality. Just to say, like, I should do that. For example, I should find a better job, you can say, over and over. But actually you don't send your CV somewhere, or you don't prepare your CV.
Right. Exactly.
Or I want to learn English, but how? But you don't learn actually English.
You don't do anything, right?
You're just saying, I want to learn English. I want to learn English. So basically, you need motivation. If you have the motivation to do something, I mean, if you really want to do, just do it. But if you don't want, that's kind of excuses.
Right, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Okay, Yuki, how do you see yourself?
My wife always complains of what I'm doing every day.
Every day, wow.
Yeah, she often said that I'm doing all the talking but nothing to do. For example, I often say we have to clean the house, clean our house, maybe fix a shelf. Yes, repair the something, but nothing have realized.
Yeah.
So I want to change my such a bad habit. Yesterday I read an article titled "Don't Procrastinate." Yes, there is a tips.
Tips for how to get to work.
In order to change your attitude to action, towards the action. But I think I can't change my bad habit. It is written that you have to write down what you want to down in the notes. Yeah, maybe you should note what you want to do and make a list, and on the end of the day you should read the list and check what point you realized, what didn't. And such a very useful suggestion.
Yeah.
But I think I can't do it because I'm too lazy to do this. So I'm desperate, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think it comes down like what Michael was saying is how much do you really want to do something? You know, what's your motivation and how important is it to you? But there are things that can help you get out of your procrastination.
I have plenty of motivation, but the only problem is I can't. I always procrastinate.
Yeah.
Doing it.
But maybe you'd rather take a Verbling class than go fix something.
Maybe I hope so. Your class maybe makes me change.
Okay, we'll see. You have to get your wife on here. Does your wife speak English at all?
A little, but she prefers to speak Russian. Now.
Okay. All right, Ken. What about you? How do you see yourself?
Basically, I'm a shy guy.
Yeah.
And I started to talk on the internet mainly for speaking in English, because in my daily life, you know, I don't need to speak English so much.
Sure.
So that's why I came to the internet to speak up in English. But I realized maybe this type of activity is also helpful to overcome my shyness. Actually, the first online class, maybe a long time ago actually, but in that class I couldn't talk so much, very little I could talk. So teacher said, I expect you in next class, I expect you to talk more, because I was too nervous to talk on public at that time. So you know, I think it's basically I'm shy.
Yeah.
I love go ahead.
Well, but in terms of the question, do you think you get things done, or are you more like you talk about things? That's what I meant.
I love procrastination.
Oh, you do. You love it. So maybe that's what you're saying is the internet has provided you with a means to help you with your shyness, but also something else to do. Like instead of, but that's doing something as well, like you are proactive in talking and practicing your English and getting that done, because even like what Michael was saying, some people say, oh, I want to learn how to speak English, I want to speak English better, but then they don't do anything about it. They just talk about wanting to do it, you know.
Right.
So you guys are actually doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but in terms of learning English, I have a strong motivation. Yeah. I don't know why about that. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it goes from the childhood, because I remember myself in university when I procrastinated doing my term paper and or preparing for my exams.
Yeah.
And I prepared the day before the actual exam, or when I have to do my term paper. So it's kind of common things in that students have.
Yeah. Okay, I wrote this one down because I saw a thing on the internet that people were talking about how humans could colonize Mars. And I don't know if you guys know, but I think it was last year, they landed on Mars, something landed on Mars, and they were you could watch it on the screen. And so I saw this, actually it was this article here, I'll give you the link, talking about how we could colonize Mars. So colonize means like have humans go and live there, and they're talking about how, you know, we have to get there first, and then we have to figure out how to become self-sufficient while we're there, build some buildings and things like this, how to grow, you know, what would we eat, have a government up there, and then expand out. So that was like...
what about the moon? Why would we not start with the moon to colonize the moon?
I don't have any idea.
But I mean, it's really near us, like if we compare with Mars, and also as far as I know, so Americans, they landed on the moon once. So basically, it's easy, as I said, to colonize that.
Yeah, I have no idea. So maybe for some reason, maybe they think that there's something available on Mars that's not possible on the moon. I have no idea really. But what do you guys think about this idea in general? Like going to another planet and trying to live there. So Andre, what do you think? Is it worth it to try to do this kind of thing, or is it just silly nonsense?
It's a good question, and for example, if the Earth will have some problems in the future, for example, a meteorite or comet, I'm not sure, so maybe something will happen with the Earth, so maybe it's a good idea to find another planet and try to build something there so we will be able to live there in the future. In that case, I think it's a good idea, but I think there are many things we have to do here on the Earth. We have many problems of mankind, so maybe it's not a good idea to spend the money for some far future projects.
Yeah. Can you guys see this on my screen here? This.
Yep.
I just looked this up. I don't know if it looks true, I guess. People are trying to do it. So they're already going to try to put not people yet, but these things, I guess, on Mars to try to start figuring out how maybe someday people will actually be able to start humans on Mars.
Have you heard about that one-way expedition to Mars? So
no.
They try to collect the team, maybe not professional, just regular, ordinary people, who want to go there, and there is no chance they can return back. So they can get there and live for some time there, and maybe do some experiments. I think the project, I don't know what in what stage it is right now. So
yeah. So sending people there, but they'll never be able to come back.
Because it is very difficult.
Yeah, sure.
We don't have such technology right now, so they could come back.
We'll send you there with no return.
Yeah. One-way ticket.
One-way ticket to Mars. Oh my gosh! Wow, you would have to be a very curious person and not have very many ties to humans here. Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry about that. Just all of a sudden, my screen went off. Okay, Michael, what about you? Would you want to go to Mars, or do you think we should be doing this kind of stuff?
Well, about me, I don't have really an opinion about that because from what I see, it's no one will go to the Mars next. I don't know how many years. Like this is, I think this is kind of a company that they make money on this idea, like Mars One.
Sure.
So
yeah.
There are lots of nowadays. We have lots of businesses that try to make money in some way. There are some scams. There are some like legal business, and this is kind of type of business. So basically, they are making money on this idea. I don't know how much money, but for sure they're like founders or co-founders and all the people involved. What I mean that who decide is the owners. They making money on this idea, but like what I think that if they want to go to Mars, they should firstly go to the moon. Basically, if it's 10 times or it's easier to go to the moon, why would you not go to the moon to prove yourself that you can go further? Like, but when I hear that they want to go to the Mars, someone, it looks like for me like it's a kind of just an idea to make money. Basically, this company Mars One, it's not founded by the U.S. government or by some government, but it's a private company. Somehow they are making money on this. I don't know where they're taking. Like maybe they have investors or some.
Yeah. You have to have a lot of money because they're taking everything there. Like nothing exists on Mars right now, so.
But no one will go to the Mars. They're making money for their houses, like for, look, there is Mars One announces a request for proposal for, so in 2018. So basically, you can write my words down.
Right.
Lisa, look in 2018 on this site. Did they land to the Mars? Or did they go somewhere or no? And in 2018, you'll tell me. Like, in Google Notes.
It's like somebody's dream, I guess, but yeah. I don't know, scientists, these are the people who want to, go where no man has gone before, that kind of idea.
And also, you should read their biographies, I think, firstly. I haven't read them. I haven't read, but to understand the idea, who are those people, like, do they have some experience landing somewhere, at least on the Earth, somewhere landing, or some projects like that? Or are they some kind of enthusiast, people like me that don't have any experience in this area, but they want to make some good money on that? So.
Yeah, Yeah, like are they going to go too, or they're just going to send people there and, right.
Sorry, do you see a first one, Buzz Landstrom?
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur.
Do you see? Is he a what do you call those people?
An astronaut?
Is he an astronaut? No, he's just an entrepreneur. He's making money.
Yeah, sure. Okay. What do you think, Yuki? Should humans be doing this, or is it kind of a waste of money?
I think it would be a big problem if there exist Martians there.
Yeah, Martians.
It would be a big. I think big. We have to. We have to
go to war.
Yes, war. But firstly, we have to respect the right of Martians to live there. Recently, I watched the documentary film of BBC about the history of Native Americans.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they are exploited by Americans, so it's a big. I think it's a big problem. So, if there are Martians there, of course we don't have to violate the rights for them. Even there are no Martians there. I think I'm quite suspicious about colonizing Mars from the view of economy.
Yeah,
their cost too high, and I'm suspicious about economical benefits from
to doing it. Yeah.
Doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, like why? What's the reason? I mean, it sounds like also like some people, some people just want to expand their vision, and so some people they just think about all kinds of stuff and like why not? But they're not necessarily concerned with humans now. They're more concerned about kind of the future, but also kind of securing their place in history. Like we will be remembered as the people who went to Mars first. This kind of thing.
Even in our Earth, there are many unexplored places
on Earth. Yeah,
like North Pole, Antarctica, and in the ocean, depths of ocean. So we have to. There are many things we have to do firstly before
exploring other planets and things. Yes. Okay. What do you think, Ken?
Yes, I think it's up to what kind of technology we have or we will have. Current technology, cannot allow us to colonize Mars because it's too far, and it's almost like one-way ticket. Humans cannot tolerate such life, and we don't have so much gain from Mars, because there's no transportation.
Right.
So maybe I think maybe I'm not sure the future, but human like adventurous things sometimes. Human needs frontier to dream about, and some company use that kind of dream for gain their profit to promote their company, their technology or something. So it's not a practical level still. Human has not technology to go to colonize Mars now.
Yeah, and Michael's bringing up the debate about if we even landed on the moon. Anyway, that's people are questioning whether or not people
landed in Hollywood.
That's what people think. Yeah.
Let's agree on that.
Yeah. Some people is buying the land of the moon. American company, is selling rights to the land of
buying.
The moon. Yeah, some people buying.
Real estate.
Yeah, like real estate.
Wow, that's crazy.
Kind of.
The moon, yeah, I don't know. I like Earth. Earth is good. I'll just stay on Earth. I don't have a need to go flying through space on landing. I'd like to go out in space, but maybe I don't need to land on the moon. I don't know. There's the moon. Okay, we have time real quick because this is a question that you just have to answer with a number. So, Andre, about how many hours do you work per week, do you think?
8 hours, 5 days.
So about 40 hours?
Yep, 40 hours.
All right, good. That's a nice full-time work. Michael, what about you?
As well as anything, 40 hours. Exactly.
Yeah? Okay, good. Yuki, what about you?
It depends, but I think I'm same, maybe.
About the same? Okay, good. You guys, that's good. Is that the average in Russia? Is a full-time 40 hours per week?
Yeah, I guess it's an average.
Uh-huh. And what is the average that you have for time off? Like vacation time?
1 month.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
1 month paid vacation. Yeah.
Paid vacation. Mm-hmm.
Here in the United States, it's more like 2 weeks usually. Depends on your job and how long you've been there and that type of thing, but it's not usually a month. That's pretty nice. Yuki, you have a very flexible schedule, though. Do you take vacations?
Yes, flexible schedule. Maybe every day is vacation, and every day is working hours. So difficult to say because I'm my boss now. So
I know, yeah.
I can decide for myself.
Uh-huh. Michael, what do you do?
What do you mean?
For work, what's your job?
Well, I'm working in an awesome company, and what I'm doing, I'm doing some work on the computer. I cannot tell you because I signed like NDA document.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard NDA? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Non-disclosure agreement. So basically, I cannot.
Non-disclosure agreement. Okay.
But I can tell you that's really awesome, and the company is awesome.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. He's working in an awesome company doing awesome work. That's awesome. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for coming to class. Our time is up, and so I'll let you go, and I'll talk to you guys again later.
Was an awesome class.
Awesome. Okay.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for the fun time.
Bye.
Take care.
See ya.
Go have some dinner now, Yuki.
Yes.
Okay, is that when you had black caviar?
It's rare to serve
Special occasion, maybe a wedding or something, or
maybe. But I think only very rich people can have a caviar now.
Oh.
Actually, I don't remember the last time when I tried it. So, I usually eat red caviar on
yes,
some.
Red caviar is not so expensive as
not expensive.
One.
Red caviar. How do you eat that? Like
usually with bread, butter, and the caviar. It's kind of butter and bread. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had it like that. Yeah, that's good. But that's not from salmon, right? The red it's from lumpfish or something like that?
I'm not sure. I think there are many types of.
Many types. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Michael. Are you in?
Hey, Lisa. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Doing great. Is there a problem with the Hangouts? Because I received like messages that some problems.
Yes, I think there might be some happening because when I tried to start the class, it took a long time for it wouldn't start, and then I had to refresh my page, and then it kicked me out, and then I refreshed again, and yeah, so I don't know what it is, but apparently some people are having trouble with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's okay now. So.
Yeah, I was thinking that that is on my side a problem.
No, I think it must be something related to Google Hangouts. Maybe sometimes it's Google Hangouts working with the Verbling application for the chat, for example, but I don't know. I don't. It's in the Verbling application or something. I don't know. So it's okay if it's just me and you. Hi,
Coronary shock continues. Coronary shock continues.
Well, you know, in the last class, I think
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. Yeah. What time is it there?
Yes, it's just time of evening. It's dinner. 9 o'clock. It's 7 minutes past 9.
Right.
In the evening here.
Is that when you usually eat dinner?
Yes, in this time, yes. Today I a little late, but maybe after the class I'll have a dinner.
Something to eat. Okay. Well, I didn't realize that. Hi, Andre. How are you?
Hello, Lisa. I'm fine, and you?
Good. Andre, Yuki was just telling me that he eats dinner around 9 o'clock. Is that when you eat dinner too?
Yeah, usually about maybe 8, 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Andre, I didn't know that.
Have you tasted before black caviar?
Of course.
I'm sorry, it's a theme of previous class.
Yeah, in the last class we were talking about some of the most expensive foods in the world. And of course, caviar, black caviar, was really expensive. Yeah. When do you eat caviar in Russia? Because here it's more like a holiday thing, like a holiday celebration.
It's a very special occasion.
Yeah.
Maybe when they have a party, maybe wedding party.
Yeah.
Even in
what?
Google company is working hard to.
They're working hard.
For us, like the best service, I believe. That's why, like.
Yeah, I think they're working hard, but it's a lot to do. A lot of people accessing Google Hangouts. A lot. Okay, guys. Well, welcome to the class. We're going to be just talking in this class and giving you guys time to do that so you can practice using words you've been learning and expressions and just talk about a lot of different things. So let's just get started. And if some other people join us, that's okay. Of course, here on Verbling, you can join at any time, and it doesn't matter if you join in, after 20 minutes or something. It's totally okay. All right, so the first question is, what is one thing that you'd like to change about your personality, and why? Why would you like to change that? So, Andre, why don't we start with you? Can you think of something that you'd like to change?
Yes, I guess the one thing that I like to change is to be more proactive in life. Because sometimes I miss some opportunities, and for example, in this moment in life, we have sometimes we have great opportunities to do something, and I try to think about it, and I miss it very often.
So you've noticed that that's happened to you?
Yeah.
Couple times.
So I like to be more kind of, maybe it's I don't want to just act without thinking, but to be more robust. I'm not sure.
Yeah, robust. Okay. All right. Is this working now? It's hard to know. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another English class here. I think else was not working for a minute, but I think it's working now. So if you have a reservation for this class and you want to join, you can do that now. If you don't have a reservation, you can just wait a minute, and then you'll see the join class button up there, and then you can join the class. We're going to be just speaking English today. We have a bunch of questions here on this document that I put up in the Verbling chat box there, and we're going to be working through those questions. So if you want to practice your English, you can go ahead and join the class now. I'm going to check and make sure that it's working, because it was kind of wasn't working, but yep, I think it's here. So you should be able to see it now on the regular Verbling page, so people can join now. Okay, hold on. Sorry for the couple of minute delay there. Something was happening with my browser. It wasn't quite working. So if you are a member of Verbling.com, then you can join now. If you're not a Verbling member yet, but you want to take classes and participate, then you just need to join Verbling. There are a couple of things that you can do. You can go to the Verbling website, and you can do a 7-day trial first if you're not sure whether or not you're going to use it very much. If you can also buy 10, like a 10 pack. So you can take 10 classes, and I think that's $19. So it's less than $2 per class, so less than $2 an hour. That's a pretty good rate. Or if you're wanting to participate and join the classes, then you can buy buying a membership for $45, and that's for the whole month, and that allows you to take as many classes as you would like. So you can take classes pretty much all day, every day. We have teachers teaching classes every hour. Sometimes we have 1, 2, or 3 classes going at the same time, and so you get a lot of choice. So in this hour, for example, we have a speaking class. So we had some reservations. If you're a Verbling member, you can make a reservation, but you don't always need one. It's a good idea if you think you're going to show up and you want to make sure that there's room in the classroom, because sometimes we do have full classes, but you don't have to make a reservation. Actually, you can just come to the Verbling website, and when you see the classes, you can just click on the class and it opens up, and then join the class so that you can come into here. Hi, Yuki.
Oh, why there is no student?
I don't know. You know, I was opening up the Google Hangouts here, and it closed on me a couple of times. So
yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe there's some trouble with the Google Hangouts.